Bill had gotten out of work. We got out of work about the same time, and I said, I have to run to the store, and then I will go get the girls, and I'll be home. And, you know, he said, okay, and then he called right back, and we started talking some more, you know, about the night before, and he just kept saying, well, I don't know if we can fix this. I said, I told you, I'm telling you that I think I have feelings for someone else. I said, I'm not saying I'm in love with them, I'm not, you know, it's nothing like that, but it's obviously something we need to work on. And it was divorce, you know, he thought that I had cheated on him, and
working it out was not an option.
He didn't think so. I mean, I don't think it's that he didn't want to, he just didn't think it was fixable. Mm-hmm. You know, it's either broken or fixed. Mm-hmm. Like I said, there's no gray area. And so when, you know, we continued to talk on the phone, and I pulled up to the babysitter's house, and it's really not a good signal there. So I said, if I lose you, you know, I'll be home in like 15 minutes. You know, I'm just going to go in and get the kids. And, you know, we continued talking, and then my cell phone died. My battery just completely died.
And what were you talking about? Just more of the same?
Yeah. You know, we were planning on decorating the Christmas tree that night. I said, you know, I'll make some dinner. You know, it was kind of a mix of, you know, our marriage is ending, and we still have to maintain a household. Right. So it was a mixed conversation. So at the point, you know, that my cell phone had died, you know, I had told him, you know, I love you. I'll be home soon. So I went in and got the kids, and came back home. It takes about 10 minutes, you know, from Central Lake to get back to Bel Air. And I pulled in the driveway, nothing different, and I opened our back door, and something was weird. I was like, you know, that's a weird smell. I don't know what that is. And I thought, you know, maybe I had left a candle burning, and, you know, it had burned out.
Is that what it smelled like?
Almost.
Kind of a burnt
Yeah,
smell?
it was like, you know, after you blow out a candle, you know, there's that initial smell, and I thought, well, okay, you know, pass it off. Mm-hmm. That was my rational thinking kicking in. Took my boots off, you know, told my girls, you know, get your boots off, get your coats off. And I walked over to our computer, because it's not usually on. And on the screen, he had his Facebook page up, and he had put his status as Bill Glenn is dead. And, you know, my first thought was, boy, he's really taking this emotionally hard. I thought, you know, emotionally, you know, he's dead. That's what he was thinking. And there were friends that had posted after that, you know, Bill, give me a call, you know, just want to make sure everything's okay, everything will be fine. And
were you worried at that point?
I still was. Like I said, I thought he was emotional. I thought he was just really upset. And so I walked down the hall, and, you know, our bedroom door was closed, and I thought, you know, so I told the girls, I said, you know, just stay back, because I didn't want them to hear an argument. Mm-hmm. So I tried to open the door, and it was locked. And I thought, well, now that's kind of weird. You know, I thought, well, he's packing, and he doesn't want me to stop him. And then I looked up, and taped to our door was a green piece of construction paper, and the key to the door was taped to that piece of paper. So I took the key, and I unlocked the door, and I opened the door maybe that far. And when I first looked in, I don't know why, my eyes were drawn to the ceiling. We have a ceiling fan, and I looked in, and there was this stuff all over the ceiling. And I was like, what the heck? And rationally thinking, my first thought was, you know, he must have, you know, he's not a drinker. I thought he's trying to drown his sorrows, and he ended up throwing up on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And so I closed the door. Obviously, I knew he was either sick or, you know, something was wrong. So
what made you only open the door that far? Why didn't you just open it all the way?
I think it's because, first of all, the smell was stronger in that room. And as soon as I opened the door and I saw that at first, I thought my parental instinct was to keep the kids away from the room. So I told them to go ahead and go get their boots back on, you know, and to get ready to go outside. So I could hear them getting their boots on and getting their coats on, and I said, just go on out and get back in the car, and I'll be right there. And that's when, you know, I walked in the room, and I turned, and it took probably at least 10 or 15 seconds for me to even comprehend what I was seeing. You know, because I looked around, and I still couldn't grasp what this was. And I looked down, and, you know, right next to our bed, and, you know, leaning against the presence, you know, I saw the shotgun between his legs, and then I saw what was left of his face.